Good day, everyone. This presentation is brought to you by Group 14, dedicated to study climate change impacts in Pakistan and providing insightful resources for project teams and future students to develop. Let's start by introducing the team. My name is Jie, and I'm the project manager for this team.
I'm Kate. I'm the quality manager.
I'm Zahal. I'm research manager.
And I'm Samuel, the communications manager.
Without further ado, let's get started. This presentation is your clear and exciting guide to tackling climate change impact in Pakistan, designed for future students and project groups like you. We're covering four key areas: agriculture, urban resilience, flooding, and water use quality and cycle. To use it, dive into the slides, grab the facts, and turn them into action plans for your projects. All resources are detailed in our resource guidance document, and it will be included in our final submission along with this presentation. So let's start with the first section, agriculture. Our project group has conducted intensive research on climate change impacts in Pakistan. Starting with agriculture, this section shows how climate change hits Pakistan's farm, where 42% of people work focusing on crop yield and economic losses, food security, nutrition, and health and water struggles. Our goal is to unlock valuable data that helps you understand and solve these challenges. Here is a quick overview of agriculture's crucial role in Pakistan economy and livelihoods, which highlights its status as the second largest sector, absorbing a significant portion of the labor force, generating substantial export revenue, and facing challenges like decreasing farm size due to climate change impacts for the first time in recent decades. Our team's focus on agriculture in Pakistan, especially crop yield reductions and economic losses due to climate impacts like rising heat, erratic rains, and floods. Key highlights including major crop losses, total economic impact in the last decade on agriculture from flood consequences, and climate realities. Our research also focused on the ongoing challenge of food security, nutrition, and health in Pakistan's agriculture sector, particularly since the 2010 floods. It highlights key stats on insecurity levels, undernourishment rates, especially among children, and broader access issues, including comparisons to regional and global benchmarks. And now come to the last section of the agriculture we've been studying. This is the irrigation part. After wheat, rice is the second most important staple of Pakistan's deficiency in water availability. Degradation of soil and increasing animal-based diet are additional threats to food security in Pakistan. Sugarcane is known for its extreme water requirement, where it needs around 1,500 to 2,500 millimeters water over the growing period. This also causes real-life impact, including widespread shortage affecting farmers in regions like Nagar district, reduced floods in major rivers such as Indus, and the damaging effects of the 2022 floods on irrigation system and the rain-fed areas. Next, my teammate Kate will guide you through the climate change impact in Pakistan on urban resilience.
Urban resilience is the capability of an urban center to withstand, recover, and adapt from natural or man-made disasters. Pakistan's urban centers are critically important, with projections expecting it to become the fourth most populated country in the world, with an estimated 70% of the population living around an urban core. The main climate threats to urban resilience in Pakistan are heat waves, droughts, air pollution, and flooding. A heat wave in 2022 had temperatures above 120 degrees Fahrenheit, causing at least 65 fatalities and massive flooding and infrastructure damage. Extreme heat can lead to water shortages, flooding, infrastructure damage, and droughts. Rapid urbanization in Pakistan makes urban resilience in the face of climate change critical. High demand and pricing for housing in urban areas cause an increase in climate hazardous informal settlements built onto floodplains, next to rivers, or on steep slopes. Informal settlements create more poverty and inequality while posing risks to health, hygiene, and children's education. Resources such as water are decreasing in availability. There is an over 4,300 meters cubed difference in water levels between 2016 and 1947. Heat waves can indirectly lead to outbreaks of malaria, dengue, and severe gastroenteritis. Average life expectancy is lowered by 4.3 years, and in some regions as many as 7 years due to air pollution. compared to life expectancy based on the World Health Organization's air quality recommendations. The next topic will be flooding, covered by my teammate Samuel.
Following up on what my partners have just said, flooding not only affects the agricultural or urban resilience sector of Pakistan, it's also one of the country's most pressing climate risks. Over the past few years, floods have made up more than 30% of all natural disasters that occur in the country. And while Pakistan itself only contributes 0.3% of global greenhouse gas emissions, it faces some kind of disproportionate damage due to its geography and limited adaptive strategies. Since 1950, the country has averaged one major flood every 3 years. So, what's causing this? During our research of recent flood events, it was noticed that irregular heat waves caused by climate change with temperatures greater than 50 degrees early in the calendar year cause variable precipitation during the monsoon season. This is a period between July and September when there is typically plenty rainfall, and these irregularities only make it worse. Other causes identified from our research were jet stream disruptions and also the melting of Pakistan's 7,000 glaciers up north, which funnels excess water into the river systems down south, generally increasing the rates of and quantity of flooding throughout the country. As far as major flooding events go, the most recent ones were the 2010 flood, superfloods, and the 2022 floods. In this slide, we drew a comparison between both floods in terms of the number of deaths, damages, economic losses, and also the number of people affected. It can be inferred that the 2022 floods had the largest numbers, and also from the illustration, larger physical area, that's two-thirds of the Pakistan was affected. The impacts of these floods have not just been economic or infrastructural based. We identified other impacts like general crop loss of over 2 million acres and also soil damage. We also have a spread of waterborne and in turn vector-borne diseases, with infection rates hitting 74% in some districts. The mental health toll also cannot be dismissed, as they are side effects of human displacement and loss. A few more of these impacts were thoroughly explained in our report, as well as some predicted mitigation or adaptation strategies. My colleague Zihao will now carry on about water security as the final sector of our research.
Pakistan's renewable water per person has fallen below 1,000 per year. Warming raises evaporation and transpiration by 5 to 10% per Celsius degree, drinking reservoirs and drying soils, while intense storms slash aquifer recharge by 15 to 20% annually. Floods worsen quality by washing sediments, fertilizers, and industrial waste in rivers and draw salt water into overpumped aquifers. Summer evapotranspiration peaks are now 6 mm above historical averages. Hastening dry seasons, monsoon and winter rains have become fewer but heavier, alternating with long droughts that undermine surface capture and groundwater recharge. Himalayan melt peaks arrive 2 to 3 weekends sooner, boosting spring floods but deepening late summer lows. The Indus Basin still provides 90% of irrigation and hydropower, but now sees early floods and mid-year shortages. Glacial and snowmelt buffers summer dry spells, yet ice retreat threatens this reserve. Groundwater, crucial for drinking and dry season irrigation, is being depleted by over-extraction and reduced recharge. Seasonal rains remain vital. Capturing just 10% more could notably ease dry season shortfalls. In summary, our focus on flooding, urban resilience, agriculture, and water resource offers a comprehensive framework to tackle the impacts of climate change in Pakistan. Together, these strategies lay the foundation of sustainable development, and we hope they will be helpful for future students. So thanks for listening.